After the turnover, here's Locke. Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense.
And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the booths right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Play action. Now Wentz. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it. Extra point good by Prater. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the 49ers are going to have it here just past the 25. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Wentz on the bootleg. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Wentz now on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Second down at 4. Now Wentz. His throw incomplete.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
On third down, here's Harris. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now left side on the swing pass. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down. Lock. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They fake the handoff, now Lock. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
So after the INT, here's Wentz.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out of the locker room. We're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back upstate to Jacksonville and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Block off a play action. Catch is made by Hardman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This is 3rd and goal, still looking for the first points of the game. Here's Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because...
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Let's go. For Drew Lock coming out of Missouri, the one thing that scouts they loved was his arm strength, and we see why there. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Lock going to try and throw for it. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On 1st down, Wentz. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. Shotgun now for Wentz. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Wentz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Wentz now on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted a tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 82 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Touchdown! Ian Thomas, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A big play there.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have.
And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Najee Harris with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the 49ers add on to their fourth quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Prater for the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Flush to his right. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd and 4.
Let's go one more.
Shotgun snap to Lock. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing now is Lock. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Niners are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
143 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Najee Harris
punching it in from a yard away.
And the 49ers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Locke. Hunter Henry brings it in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many